Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bottle Rocket Gaming. This is one of our next episodes for Teaching Talks Tech. This is the mini-series instead of a series where we sit down and teach talks here, as well as you, the viewer, how to use some of the modded Minecraft stuff that we have on the Bottle Rocket Gaming server. How's it going, Talks?
Oh, pretty good.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm glad you could join us. Of course, then again,
That's kind of in the title, so it's a good thing I joined you.
yeah, well, I'm over at your place, so I guess technically I'm joining you, but
Yeah.
you know, technical. All right, so just give
No
you
pun
guys a quick,
intended.
much pun intended, but anyways, just so you guys know, just a quick recap. We got things started off here by doing the basics. We got some power generation with some basic coal fire or burning generators, and then some mass rays so that Tox could ore double. He also has a little side deal. Also upgraded his furnaces to iron furnaces because they're a little more efficient and a little easier to put stuff into, so you don't burn quite as much coal, which is nice. So, in continuing with that trend, we're going to go ahead and finish out some of the basic machinery that is good thing to have when you first start off. Now, again, we're going down the Industrial Craft 2 branch of things. A lot of people like to go Thermal Craft, a lot of people like to go other mods. That's perfectly fine. This one's an old mod, and it's one of the ones I'm used to and I'm comfortable with, and I still maintain I really like the mechanic of power, the way power works in this. I keep teasing at talking about it a little more. It's a really big topic to tackle, and I'm not sure if I do really good at trying to explain it in detail. Um, if you look up Grumpy Gamer, he does a great tutorial on Industrial Craft 2 power and gets a good idea and feel for it. The other thing too is I think I heard somewhere in the grapevine that they're changing the power, the way the power works in the new Industrial Craft 2 experimental that's coming out for 1.6 and 1.7. So I'm not sure if I want to bother doing the toilet for this or not, but we'll see. In any case, so today we're going to add in a few more pieces of machinery for you, Talks, and make things a little easier for you. The three pieces of machinery we're going to use to kind of finish out your triad or quad or what do you want to call it of machinery to have it start off is going to be the electric furnace, the extractor, and the compressor. Now, electric furnace, the reason we're going to do electric furnace is because it is basically the upgrade to these guys here, the
Iron furnace.
iron furnaces. This guy's going to be something like 12.5% faster. It's also going to be a hoop load more efficient. It's actually more efficient to throw coal into these guys right here and feed power to the electric furnace. So it actually uses things more efficiently in that regard. It also is a lot more efficient because as soon as it's done cooking, it cuts off power immediately. With
Mm.
traditional vanilla Minecraft furnaces and even the iron furnaces here, if you finish a stack and you're still halfway through a burn of coal, it's going to finish out that coal and basically be wasted. So this way you get the most efficient thing possible. So when you're starting out, usually it'll be done earlier in the series, but when you start out, this is a great way to get things going. Extractor and compressor, these are both pieces of machinery that are very functional for helping you out. The extractor, the biggest thing you're going to use it for is extracting more rubber out of your trees out back. We talked kind of before. The extractor, instead of putting the resin from the Industrial Craft 2 trees into the furnace and getting one rubber out per resin, the extractor can actually extract three rubbers out of one resin. So that's kind of a nice thing. You can also extract a piece of rubber out of a log from that tree as well as from the saplings from that tree. So you can really get a lot of those trees. Now you got to kind of transition from tapping these trees constantly to just grow them up, cut them down,
Hmm.
throw everything into the extractor, and you're good to go, kind of a thing.
Hmm.
So that's going to definitely help you out. The last piece of equipment we're going to be grabbing is going to be that compressor. Now the compressor has a lot of and I mean a lot of functions, but one of the big ones you're going to see is doing turning ingots into plates. Now you noticed we had with oh good grief, when we got Greg Tech, we had to use that mallet to make plates. It took two ingots to make one plate. This is going to be a one for one. so it's going to be a lot more efficient in that regard for you. But this thing also has a couple other features that are nice. It's going to be able to compress netherrack into nether brick for you. It's going to be able to compress a combination of coal and flint into diamonds. You can actually
Nice.
manufacture your very own diamonds. It can also do other cute little things, like for example, it can compress, I think, water into like snowballs or ice or something like that. It can compress.
I think I have enough snow.
It can also compress like sand into sandstone. So, long story short, it gives you a little more flexibility. So, we're gonna go ahead and dive into that today. I'm gonna go ahead and start us off with the furnace upgrade. So, let's go ahead and grab ourselves one of the iron furnaces off the wall here. Make sure it's empty so I don't make a big mess everywhere. There we go. Alright, so for our crafting today, we're going to go ahead and put in, let's see, what is it? Electric circuit. Ooh, gotta check my notes here real quick. Electric circuit on top in slot 2. Then we're going to put the iron furnace right in the dead middle and put the redstone on either side of that. That's going to get you your automatic E-furnace.
That almost sounds like a Greg name.
And let's go ahead and plop these guys right up top here. I'm just going to go ahead and stack them on top of the macerators, just for simplicity's sake. Hello!
Wow, they
Alright.
almost look like robots.
Alright, so those are your first, and again, these guys are going to be a bit faster. You also notice you pop those guys open. Take a look in there. These are Greg Tech updated, so you have the conveyor belt we talked about, and power transfer, and all that. And it's got 2 slots. So you have 2 slots to put things into. That's another nice little feature to have. So that's going to get you up running there. Now
So
the other...
So I could just put anything that I'd normally put in a furnace, I could just put it in there?
Exactly. Anything you put in regular vanilla furnace or iron furnace, same deal. And you'll see as soon as you do that, you'll see it light up. No, it's working.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I really do love the graphics of IC. You got these guys that light up. You have the macerators, the little door closes on it when it's macerating.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I remember if I told you last time, macerators, the thing you can do with macerators, throw a piece of cobble in there.
Oh.
And you'll actually be able to pound it down to sand.
Nice.
Nice little perk. Now, there are many ways to pound cobble down to sand. Through railcraft, through thermal expansion.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there is. And some of them can be beneficial. Railcraft specifically, you can actually pound cobble into gravel and sand and actually get a chance of, a very, very rare chance of diamonds as well as gold. So, but in any case,
that's one thing I don't like about vanilla. Sand is very limited.
cumbersome to harvest, but with the new update in 1.8, that could all change.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Zip Crew actually, with the addition of the new slime blocks and the sticky qualities, the Zip Crew has figured out how to make a machine that will basically comb the surface of the desert and literally pick sand blocks up and drop them on top of a hopper minecart, which will turn into an entity and suck it up. So you can actually have automated sand harvesting in vanilla Minecraft.
Nice.
Interesting to say the least. All right, so let's go ahead and get. What do we want to do next? Let's do the the extractor. So the extractor, we're actually going to go ahead and grab ourselves a machine block and put it top dead center in slot 2. We're going to put the electric circuit right below that, and we're going to wrap both sides with tree taps. That's going to get you your automatic extractor. Now again, the extractors are the ones that are going to be really good for your rubber. These are going to be really nice to have because rubber, you end up going through so much of it. It's ridiculous. Go ahead and you can throw one top and bottom there if you like. Put mine down here. So there you go. So now going forward, whenever you have any resin, do you have any resin in here by chance?
I think I cooked it all, but if I just give me some. Got some wood here, I'll go tap some more.
Now I'm kind of curious
what
as to...
in the world just happened?
I'm kind of curious if these things can actually extract... oh, look at that. They can. So it looks like these can also extract rubber from the manufacturer reloaded wood. What kind of saplings? We get look at it. Oh, look at that. So it looks like we can actually extract rubber from both types.
Hmm.
Yeah, it'll actually take the rubber wood from the manufacturer reloaded and get you the rubber straight out. So that's a really good deal because you remember when we cut down those manufacturer reloaded trees, they were dropping that raw rubber like nobody's business.
Yeah.
You can easily take that stuff and give yourself a good haul of rubber from both harvesting as well as putting in the extractor here. So that's a nice surprise. I did not know that.
This
All
is also
right.
teaching work tech.
Yeah, I tell you. Well, now I'm kind of curious as to if the raw rubber can be turned into
Oh, that extracts.
or extract into rubber as well. Let's do science. Yay!
That's the MFR rubber wood you put in the,
Yes, I did.
and it's coming out as IC2 rubber,
Yes.
which is kind of interesting.
Well, this is curious. The trees didn't want to grow. There we go. That's faster.
Yeah.
And I lost all my bones. Did you pick up the bones?
I do actually. I don't know where those came from.
I accidentally threw them when I turned some in the bone meal. I was trying to get one of these guys to grow. So I
That's
said,
right.
whoa, hello. All right, so there we go. So we got some raw rubber. Let's find out if raw rubber can be turned into 3 IC2 rubbers.
All right.
Answer is no.
All right. I'll throw some resin in here.
There we go. Yes, as I say, you get 3 times as much rubber out of these guys. So that's kind of a nice perk. Yeah, I like it. We're learning new things here, Tox.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things in the world.
That's-
All right. Well, while we're waiting for that to
Nice.
extract, let's go ahead and just do the compressors while we're at it. So the compressors are going to be a pretty simple one here. For the compressors, we're going to go ahead and line both sides with stone. So
Smoothstone, not cobblestone.
1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. We're going to drop the circuit into the bottom 8 and the machine block dead center. That's going to give us our automatic compressor. There we go. We'll go ahead and drop these guys right on top of where the generators are.
That's not the spot I
And
wanted to
there we
put that.
go.
Oh well.
Hey, it's there. We're good.
Yeah.
And again, these are all Greg Tech updated, so you have the interface and all the usual features. Now, again, the compressor is going to be able to, theoretically, is going to be able to take care of your plate issues. So go ahead and grab some refined iron here. Unless Greg Tech's a new way. Yes, no? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. There's actually another utility. It's called a plate bender.
Oh yeah.
I think I have to get one of those now. So sadly, that ain't gonna happen. But there are quite a few recipes in regards to turning sand into sandstone, turning netherrack into nether brick, and again, you can make diamonds using them. So there's a lot of good features, a lot of good capacities this thing can have. Um, I have no doubt you actually will end up using it. Uh, I find it humorous that you can take water and turn it into snowballs. More importantly, you can take snowballs, turn them into ice.
Hehe.
So that's kind of a neat little feature. Go ahead and get one.
That recipe actually doesn't seem too complicated. Although then again, a couple months ago, I would have it would have made no sense at all.
Yes,
Dude,
physically.
I have like chests full of snowballs at home if you want.
Okay, well, you know.
Not to mention you took out one of my.
Yeah, I kind of saw that. I was gonna come back for it. I really do like this walkway you've got here.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Interesting is the word. I like the term abstract,
Yeah.
non-linear. All right.
Oh,
You see this
the
guy working
hill.
here. He's making ice blocks for you from snowballs.
Nice. Ice block.
Ice block. Yep.
That's is that a vanilla thing?
Ice block. Yeah.
Okay.
That is a
It did.
vanilla
It
thing.
didn't.
The only
It didn't look
difference
like a
we have
real
on
ice
this
block.
server is that we actually have when you break an ice block, instead of it turning into water, it'll actually break into ice shards.
Ah, yes, that's right.
I wonder if you can press sheet snow into ice. Oh,
How'd you get that?
silk touch, basically.
Right.
The
Something
Vajra.
I don't have.
There's snow in your
All
house.
right. Nah, that don't really look like Canada.
You have snow in your house in Canada?
Okay, maybe not in that
Get a
much.
roof! People live the Great White North a little bit too much. All right, so
Hate it.
yay for uh yay for efficiency here. I don't wonder the other generator isn't running. Turn yourself out of coal.
Because it's psycho.
There we go. All right. So there you go, my friend. You've got a good basic setup for basic machinery. Again, whenever you do ore harvesting, make sure you pop them into the macerator first, and then you can go ahead and pop them into the uh, electric furnaces. And again, you can use that conveyor ability, and you can actually move things between Greg Tech adapted machines to do a little bit of automation. But I'll be honest with you, that you can do it. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's nice to have, but ultimately, there's other ways to do it. They're a little bit easier in a sense for
Are
setup
we
and
learning
whatnot.
about the next episode?
Well, we are going to be working up to that. Actually, the big thing here to point out is with this system we have now, one of the rules to set down regarding IC power is for low voltage here for
Oh
these
yeah.
copper cables, you can't go further than 5 blocks, and the reason for that is they start degrading. I think it's at like 20. I don't know, 20 something percent uh, of an EU per per block they move, basically. So once you pass that fifth cable, now you're starting to lose an EU for every bit of distance after that. So you go from that 32 EU packet to a 31 to a 30 to a 29 and so on. You're actually losing power. It's power degradation over distance. So we can't expand out any further than that in that term. So not the end of the world, but there are ways to get around this. First things first is you can actually use different types of cable. Now there is gold cable that actually has even worse degradation, but it's made for handling higher power, which is
Mm-hmm.
nice to have. Um, the creme de la creme, however, is the glass fiber cable. Now, glass fiber cable has a few different recipes. If you look it up in your NEI, you'll actually see. They'll probably just show you all of them here. One of them uses diamonds.
Yeah.
So glass fiber, I'll show you real quick here. Um, so a
We all
couple
use
options here.
diamonds.
You see you've got glass with a diamond and redstone. You get 4 out of. You can use silver with a diamond and you can get 6 out of it. But then you also have options to do. Let's see what anything else here. There you go. Electrum, and you can get 8 cables out of it. So there are quite a few options in that regard, but it does use diamond and or diamond dust, and those actually carry 40 blocks before degradation starts. So if you need to expand out your wall here, we'll have to upgrade your cables, and then we'll go from there. Now that said, this is all well and hoopty and good, and you've got a decent system set up that should work pretty well for you. However, there's gonna be that one time when you're super busy and you're getting set up for a big build and you need a lot of materials. You're gonna go down mining. You're gonna throw a whole bunch of cobblestone in your furnaces here to make it a smooth stone. You're gonna throw a bunch of ores you mined into your macerators. You're gonna throw a whole bunch of rubber into your extractors, and all of a sudden you're gonna realize that all these guys here combined are going to pull more power than these generators can provide easily, and or the fact that you're just going to basically be burning through cola at an alarming rate, which is not exactly terribly convenient.
No.
So we're gonna have to look into getting some uh, better source of power for you. And I just happen to know of what I feel is a really good power source to upgrade to, and that's geothermal.
Hmm.
So next episode we're gonna dive into geothermal power. The geothermal power is literally, as you would expect, running off of lava, straight up off of lava. They are extremely powerful. They got a really good output for power. And as long as you feed them lava, they will go just absolutely ape nuts for you and for a long time. Now, of course, to do that, since we don't have teleport pipes and all that happy stuff, we are going to have to figure out a way to get the lava from usually way down there all the way up here to the geothermals. So we're going to dive into the geothermals as well as we're going to dive into buildcraft. We're going to start using the most fundamental thing in buildcraft, which is buildcraft pipes
Makes sense.
and a buildcraft pump to pump the lava out of the pools and up to here for us. So that's going to be the next step we're going to take. Um, anything on your mind beyond that, Talks?
No.
All right. Well, as always, ladies and gentlemen, we certainly do appreciate you spending time with us, and hopefully you got to learn a little bit here. Like I said, this is a really good basic setup you have here. Yeah, I always forget that GregTech has the ability to do that auto conveyor system, and as a result of that, I never set these things up right because I would normally put like the master arrays next to the electric furnaces. But you know what? We can move them later. Do not forget Tox. You cannot pick any of these.
Hmm.
If you want to move them, you've got to use a wrench, and there's still a chance you could bust one of them and turn them into a machine block, then you've got to build them again. I was looking to making electric tools sometimes, so electric wrench would solve that problem, no problem. Anyways, as always, guys, we appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this episode or have any questions about what we've talked about here or just questions in general, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And of course, since you're down there dealing about, why don't you go ahead and tap that like button lovingly for us? We always certainly do appreciate it. And we certainly appreciate you always joining us. And heck, if you're always showing up here, you might as well go ahead and punch the subscribe button and keep following us because we do have a lot of good, fun stuff coming up here. We're going to be doing a lot more with Teaching Talks Tech. We're going to be getting into a lot more in-depth stuff. We're going to be changing gears here and looking at some other mods and kind of blending them in with the industrial craft experience. So please stay tuned for that. It's a lot of fun. And as I always say, if you'd like to talk to us in more depth and detail than just a comment on YouTube's, please feel free to go ahead and hop on over to the BottleRocketGaming.com website. That is where we do a lot of our communicating and posting and little updates. If you ever want to see kind of the in between show content, if you will, pictures being posted and conversations and happenings. If you want to keep up on what's happening with the Ball Rocket 1.7 mod pack development, that's also a good place to go. You can see a lot of what's going on and kind of get the, as I say, seeing the sausage made. That's really good to go to. And of course, as I said many times before, we're always looking for good new people to join us on the server. This is a huge server in terms of all the stuff we want to do. It's way more than me and Tox can do by ourselves. We certainly do need the assistance. If you'd like to join us, please feel free to hit up the forums and submit an application. We'll look it over and talk with you. And again, make sure you're a good fit for us. Make sure we're a good fit for you. And we'll have you on here. You can join us and play. That's about it for today. Talks, as always, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks for teaching me.
Yeah, well, thanks for learning me a little bit. All right, guys, we are out of here.
Have a good life.
Bye!